Alright everyone, and welcome back to That Variety Nerd. I'm Christina, and why am I whispering? Because I am recording this voiceover like 11 something at night, but that ain't stopping my neighbors who are just going to town, blasting music. So if you hear any and all background noise, that's probably them. So there you have a college life, am I right? So, an apartment life. But here we are, we're doing some community lots. So we're gonna get this library today, which I really, really like how this turned out. And then next video will be on. Yeah, tomorrow's video, I think. Yeah, tomorrow's video is going to be. I'm starting to get everything mixed up, it's fine. Tomorrow's video is going to include Pepper's Pub's renovation, and then also I build a little park. So there you have it. I'm going to combine those two because the park's only like an extra 5.5 minutes long at most. So the pub's a little bit shorter than this at one. So it's probably going to be about a 15-16 minute video when it's all said and done. I also stopped including the before and after floors and all that stuff for the time being because I'm at the point where I am on winter break mode and my brain is just tuned out for the time being, outside of like maybe some streaming, maybe some other games, that sort of thing. And it's the holiday season, and I am recording this right before Christmas Eve. Now, granted, I didn't go anywhere for Christmas because travel is super expensive and I can't afford that. But I figured I would at least get some stuff done, enjoy a few days off, that sort of thing. So this is my last night of like actually doing voiceovers. I'm trying to get them all cranked out tonight. So I'm trying to get, yeah, I have 5 total voiceovers to do tonight on the 23rd, heading into the 24th. My goal is to get like as much done as I can before like the 30th, 31st sort of thing. That way I have time to do stuff that I needed to get done for a little while. So there you have it. There you have it. So on that note, just get your choice beverage, get your snacks. I sort of sound like I'm about to lose it at this point, but I rest assured we're fine here. Everything's fine. But you know what? I am watching Harry Potter and eating pizza tomorrow, and that is all I am doing, and baking Christmas cookies. Well, really, it's just cookies in general, but we got some butterscotch cookies happening, and we also got some white chocolate chip cookies happening. And it's funny because I live by myself, so it's like, great, I'm gonna get fat on my own cookies. But I'm also kind of okay with it at the same time because I do a lot. I'm pretty active in general. Like I do a lot of walking around. Not to mention it's in the friggin' 60s on Christmas here and just this entire week, which is kind of wild to me. So there you have it. Let's see here. Yeah, today, yeah, this video comes out, or it should be coming out, on the 29th, and then we'll get the other 2 community lots coming up on the 30th, and then we have 2 videos going up on the 31st because it is, New Year's Eve. And so the goal was to get university stuff done by the end of the year, and I have successfully done that. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I sat through multiple hours, multiple days, for extended periods of time, recording, editing, all that stuff. Mainly just the recording part because I've been getting better and smarter at it. Remember, think smarter, not harder. That's a good motto just in general with school, work, etc. Think smarter, not harder. Efficiency. We gotta, divvy up that work quite a bit. So I end up doing something a little bit different. So I kind of switched the utilities of both the floors. So the second floor was originally more so of a like just study space sort of area. I wanted to have the bottom levels, so there's like these study rooms, and I open up the space a little bit in general to include a toddler room and also a children's room on the bottom floors. That way, if the parents are like, hey, we need to study for classes or whatever, or we just need to use the computer to do our books and freelance stuff, then they can watch the kids nearby or have just like a space for the kids to kind of like go to and just do their thing. I think I included some potties and stuff like that for the toddlers at least. So, I mean, they'll probably need like some kind of a snack or something. So just make sure that you have something in your inventory or like go cook some hot dogs or something. I don't know. Whatever you need to do. Take care of your little tots. Oh, Jesus. I am so sorry, everybody. I'm actually pretty tired. So there you have it. But anyway, around, yeah, I really like how this turned out. So the top floor is kind of more the computer lab space. I include some hobbies, skill building areas, I think, as well, so some chess tables and that sort of thing. I don't really change the upstairs that much, on the outside at least. I just added some new doors and just kind of just make you better use of the space in general. But yeah, I really want to just have something for the kids, and so I wanted to just have something kind of fun for the kids, something like, some gender neutral colors and just go from there. And it's like, you know what, gender neutral is a good thing. I'm cool with it. Gender neutral is indeed cool. So I wanted to have some fun with these different colors and just swatches in general. I wanted to use stuff that I normally don't use, which is a lot of kid stuff because even though I have a lot of families in my Let's Plays and stuff, I don't really dive into the kids all that much. I usually just kind of lump them in with everybody else. They often get mixed, just kind of lost in the mix essentially. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's include some things for the kids, some toddlers. I think this is the toddler space. So there's like stuff for the tots. There's some cute little shelves, that sort of thing. And then there's also a little bit of a study area, kid space where there's some like study tables where they can do their homework together. There's also some chairs that they can read at, and like a couple of toys, I think, if I remember correctly. I wanted to have places where toddlers could take their naps at too, so that way it's a little bit more functional, right? So there you have it. I know kids enjoy naps, but toddlers need the naps more than anybody, I think. Well, no, I need naps more than toddlers do, let's be honest. But anyway, around, so there you have it. That's kind of mainly the main bolts and nuts and bolts of this particular build. Hopefully, you all have enjoyed it thus far. Again, I didn't bother labeling which one's first floor, which one's second floor. Based on the renovation, I feel like it should be pretty easy to pick out. But in general, I just want to keep like a lot of the colors as gender neutral as possible. That way, it's also a lot more calming too. So there's kind of like a little bit of science behind this. Usually, like greens and purples and blues are generally like more calming colors, especially green and blue. They're like cool colors, and they also are very calming, I think. Why do you think we also, well, I mean, unless if you're talking about electronics, like why do you think we have blue light filters, right? So that way we don't strain our eyes or anything like that. Mine turns on as early as like 4 o'clock anymore because it gets dark out so early, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like maybe 4:30 and it's like starting to sunset. So my blue light filter's been on more and more and more and more, and I'm like, that explains why I'm so tired all the time. It's because my computer's not like in my face, like blaring light all the time. That explains a lot. So there, there you have it. But yeah, I want to have a little bit of a fun space, utilize some of the furniture that came in university and just different, just stuff in general. I wanted some different colors in there, so that way it's like a fun space for the kids to kind of hang out at. Want to make sure that we had some fitting, just different uh, fitting, like archways that actually fit, right? So I want to make sure that I moved things around to make sure that, those hallways were a little bit more open. I was going to use half walls at first, but then I'm like, no, I think some archways would work. Because, I mean, like, especially the kids are napping, like, they kind of want a little bit of space too. So there you have it. So I was just, yeah, so I pretty much just use this downstairs area as more like here's a bunch of like tables and stuff. Here's some chairs. Let's just have some study desks, study tables and stuff like that. And then down here is where we have some just grown-up study tables, essentially in a nutshell. We also have some chess tables, and then upstairs we also have mainly computer tables, but there's also a handful of like tables, I think. Yeah, no, I think it's all computer tables upstairs. So this is mainly like bookshelves and like more just not, there's like not a whole lot of computer space down here. It's mainly just like a bunch of dining room tables kind of put together, a lot of desks, that sort of thing. But I want to have a couple computers downstairs, again, accessibility purposes. That's kind of how I roll. And also, just to give it a more community feel, I wanted to have these big long tables because who doesn't like studying with their friends and suffering together? Right, right. So, there you have it. So, that's pretty much like the nuts and bolts, I would say, of this renovation is just configuring the layout more, making it a little bit more useful across all the age groups because I'm like, okay, there are going to be single parents or just parents in general, like even if they're like married and stuff or dating, like if both parents are involved and they're both going to school, like they're going to want to bring their kid with them so that way they don't have to worry about like childcare or whatever. So that way they can just drop off their kid in the downstairs area. They can do their homework. If they're a toddler, they can go take a nap while the parents are doing their homework, writing their term paper, whatever. Doing some freelance gigs, that sort of thing. Especially if this is going to be a useful lot if you end up doing like a rags to riches sort of challenge, I think, because it has a lot of different amenities. So you can go use the bathroom. There's a lot of sinks. There's computers to, decrease your fun. It's also a communal space, so that way you can like talk with people as well. And it's also near like different little like parks and stuff like that in case if you need to get food. So it's a pretty decent little gig. There's also like some outdoor couchy sort of bench areas. There's outdoor benches. There we go. I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? There are some benches outside, so that way you could also fall asleep at. And I think there's also some chairs as well, on the interior at least. But for the most part, I just kind of am like, oh, screw it, it's fine. I want to at least make it a little bit more functional, and I think I achieved that goal pretty decently. So there you have it. So we're about to just jump into the screenshot screen. Oh my God, we're about to jump into the screenshots. I wasn't sure if I was going to say let's just go into the screenshots or dive into the screenshots or jump. I can't talk. It's fine. But anyway, around. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff here on YouTube. Go follow me on social media, and also my save file progress will be in the description down below. And as always, hope you all are having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.